Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joanna. In today's video I'll be showing how to cut and sew this short skirt. Let's get straight to it. So guys, these are the materials that I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So I have my zipper here. I have about 1.5 yards of the Ankara fabric. I have my measuring tape, a piece of chalk, and then a pair of scissors. Let's get straight to this tutorial. So guys, I went ahead to fold the fabric to the wrong side of it. So I folded considering that of my widest measurement, which is my hip measurement, divided by 4, and then I added at least 3 inches to it for extra allowance for the cutting, and then for the seam allowance. Okay guys, so now we are going to be taking that of our vertical measurement. Now the full length of this skirt is 13 inches, including that of the waistband. We'll be adding 1.5 inches waistband to it. So for the waistband we are going to be adding to it, we are going to deduct 1 inch from that of the full length of the skirt, which is 13 inches. So deducting that from it, we should be having 12 inches, but then we are going to be adding 2 inches for the hemming seam allowance, for the seam allowance at that part of it. So I marked 2 inches at the down parts for that. So that is exactly what I'm marking. So I'll go ahead and then straighten that out. Okay guys, so at the down part is the hemming allowance that we'll be using for the folding in and then attaching that of our lining to it. So basically this is our waistline. So I'm going to place my measuring tape on it, taking out the 1.5 inches waistband like this, and then I'm going to go down to my hip measurement. For this case it is 9 inches. I'm going to go down for my hip line, which is 9 inches like this, and then straighten that out as well. Okay guys, so after achieving this, I'll go ahead and then do that of the horizontal measurement. Now on my waistline, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4 and then mark that on it. I will include 1 inch that, and we'll be taking that after we've attached the lining. So that's the 1 inch that, and then I went ahead to add 2 inches seam allowance to it. On the hip line as well, divide your hip measurement by 4 and then mark that on your hip line and add 2 inches seam allowance as well. Now on the down part of it, subtract 1 inch from that of the measurement you had on the hip line and then mark that on the hem line like so. Now on the very end, or the very hem of it, which is the self edge line, sorry, I went ahead to add 2 inches seam allowance to it as well. So on the very end, just as I was saying, add ½ inch to this and then slant it that way on the very end like so. The measurement you had on the on the hem part of it, add ½ inch like this because of the folding. So slant it this way so that you won't be having excess, or you won't be having problems while you are going to be attaching that of the lining. So I went ahead to join the points together like so. So this is the front part of the skirt. This is the front part of the skirt. So I'll go ahead and then cut this out. Alright guys, so this is it. This is the front part of the skirt. So I place it on, I folded the fabric again like so and place it, leaving 1.5 inches at the back for the back part of the skirt. So that's the zipper allowance, 1.5 inches. So I just place the front part of the skirt on it like this and then cut out that for the back part of the skirt like so. Alright guys, so now we have that of the back part and then the front part. I'm going to slant the waistline of the front part of the skirt like this. I went down by ½ inch and then using my curve ruler, I'm going to slant it like so. This is optional. Okay guys, so from here we are going to be attaching our lining to this. So the the end part seam allowance, I'll fold it in like this, the 2 inches that we left down there, and then place my measuring tape on it like this, and then stop where the self edge is. So as you can see, it lands on the 11 inches like so. So this is where you'll be attaching or joining that of the lining. So you are going to cut 11 inches length for the lining, both for that of the back part and then the front part of the skirt. So this is it. This is how we are going to be putting them together. So I'm going to open it up like this and then place that of the lining on top of it like so. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch it now with 1/2 inch. I'm going to do the same for that of the back part of the skirt as well. Stitch it down 1/2 inch. So guys, this is it after I stitch it down. So this is how it came out. I'm going to trim off the excess of the lining from it like so. I'm going to trim off the excess of the lining from it like so. So first of all, I'm going to flat iron it before I'll go ahead to trim off the excess of the lining.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Okay guys, so now the back part of the skirt, after flat iron it, I'm going to cut open the back of it like so. So after cut opening it and separating it in two, I'm going to turn it to the wrong side again and then join the lining to that of the fabric with 1/2 inch like so. And then I'll open the other side as well and then do the same for it. So guys, this is how it turned out after joining the lining to the fabric. So I'm going to turn it to the right side like so. Use your scissors to push in, or better still, use a pin to push in the edge of the skirt like so, and then flat iron it. Okay guys, so a little advice, iron your dress while you are sewing it, because if you do so, it helps the dress come out very neat, and it even helps you with the sewing process as well, because you won't be making mistakes if it is crumpled or something like that. So guys, after that, I place the other half on it like so, and then place the front part of the skirt on it as well like this. Okay, so I'm going to use the front part of the skirt to trace out that of the zipper line as well. So that's what I'm doing exactly. Alright guys, so I'll place my measuring tape on it, taking that of my waistband, which is 1.5 inches. I'll place it on it like this and then mark 7 inches, which is going to be my stopping point for the zipper that we are going to be attaching to it, and pin this down. After that, from this point, I'm going to stitch the rest down. I'm going to join the rest like so. So I'm taking it to the same machine to stitch it down. So this is how it came out. This is how it came out. So now I'm going to be taking that of my dart on both the front part and then the back part of the skirt. So using my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, I'm going to mark that on the front part like so. Then I'll go down 4 inches like this and then join the point together like so. I hope you understand. Divide your nipple to nipple measurements by 2 and then mark that on it and go down by 4 inches. Okay guys, so from here I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart line like this. I marked 1/2 inches on both sides of the dart line like this and then connected it to the end of the dart line like so. I will do the same for the other side as well by going in with my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 and then go down by 4 inches like this and connect the lines together and then connect the line together like so. And then I'm going to place my measuring tape on it like this and mark 1/2 inch on both sides of the dot line and connect it to the end of the dot line. Okay guys, so from after that I'll fold in the dots, flat iron it, and then pin it down before I take it to the sewing machine to stitch it down. I'll actually do the same for the other side as well. Alright guys, after this I'll take it to the sewing machine and then join it like this. I'll take the sewing machine and stitch it down like so. I'll do same for that of the back part of the skirt. I'll go in with my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 and start from the zipper line like this and mark it like so. And mark it starting from that of my zipper line. Then I'll go down by 4 inches and then connect the point together like so. I'll mark 1/2 inch on both sides of the dot line and then connect it to the dot line like this. So I'll do same for the other side of the back part of the skirt as well.
Wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake.
So guys, after this I'll take it to the sewing machine and then stitch it down and do same for the other side as well. And that's of the front part. So this is it after stitching down the dots. So I'm going to flat iron it like so. And then for the front part of the skirt like this, I'm going to be placing that of the design that we have on it. So I have the width on fold like this to be 9 inches, and then so like this on fold 9 inches like so. I'll flat iron it like so, and then the length for this is optional depending on what you want. So I have the length as well to be 22 inches. You can make it more or less. So that's it. So I'm going to start stitching from this end down the other side. So this is it. I left one side open, so that's what I'm going to be using to turning this to the right side of the fabric. I use that to turn this to the right side of the fabric. I was getting late, that is why the camera looks this way. Sorry about that. So I just turned it to the right side of the fabric. So I'm just going to flat iron it like so. I'm just going to flat iron it like so. Alright guys, so from here I'm going to bring that of the front part of the skirt and then place this on it like so, leaving 1 inch away from the dots like this, and then place it and take it to the sewing machine and then join it to the waist. So this is how it came out, and you're going to be taking that of the measurement, the size measurement, to stitch it down. So I'm placing the front part of the skirt on that of the back part of the skirt with the right side facing each other like so, and then I'll go ahead to take that of the side seam measurement. So remember we added some allowances to this, so I'm just going to retake the measurement again to make sure it is accurate. So guys, please click on the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to the channel yet. Like this video, share the video, and then leave a comment in the comment section. Alright guys, so now taking that of our measurement, I'm going to be dividing my waist measurement by 2. I'll be dividing my waist measurement by 2. So that gives me 14 inches like this. That gives me 14. So I'm going to count the remainder and then divide the remainder by 2 and then share it for the right side and then the front side of my waistline. Okay, so I'll go ahead and go to that of my hip line. I'll also go ahead and divide my hip measurement by 2. So whatever I had, like I had 18, so I'm going to count the remainder and then divide the remainder by 2 and then share it both for the right side. So if I had 4 as the remainder, I'll divide it by 2, which gives me 2. So I'll mark 2 inches on both sides of it. I repeat whatever I had on the hip line to that of my hem line, and then connect them together, connect the point together like so. I hope the explanation is clear. So I will join the point together like so. After that, I'm going to pin it down and then take it to the sewing machine to stitch the seam side down. Okay guys, so this is how it came out after stitching it down. So I'm going to turn it to the right side of the skirt. I just went ahead to trim off some of the excess of the fabric and that of the lining as well. So guys, this is how it came out. This is how our skirt turned out, like so. So we are now going to be attaching that of the waistband. So let's get straight to it. Okay guys, so this is the waistband with the weight of 2 inches and then the length of that of my waist measurement. So like I said, the weight is 2 inches. We'll be using the ½ inch to join that of the waist, and then the length is exactly the same measurement as that of my waist measurement plus the zipper allowance that is on the skirt. So I went ahead to fold in the ½ inch like this. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and then join the waistband to that of the waist. So guys, in joining it, I place the right side of the waistband on top of the wrong side of the skirt and then start to join it all round. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay guys, so I'm done with stitching it on the wrong side of the skirt. So I'm going to fold in like this, fold in the ½ inch like this on the right side of the skirt and then start to join it like so. So I'm also going to fold in the ½ inch inside the band like so, and then top stitch it all the way round the all the way around the waist, the waist measurement. So guys, this is it after joining the waistband to the skirt. So I'm going to be fixing that of the zipper as well. So I'll place it under it like this and then stitch it like this. Okay guys, so this is how I stitch down the zipper to the skirt as well. So guys, at this point I'm going to curve like so and then stitch it and then turn it again and stitch upward like so. So guys, this brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Love you all wherever you are, and then keep being amazing. See you on my next video. Bye.